Hey everybody, hold on just a minute. I forgot something here. How's everybody doing tonight? Can you guys can you guys hear me okay? Hey Cinder Ace, how's it going? Can you hear me okay tonight? Or Shadow, whatever. Sorry about that. Sweet. Okay, I'm a minute early. I'm gonna go ahead and get something started here real quick. Let me change screens here. Hopefully you can see my screen. I want to go ahead and show you a trailer to Under a Killing Moon. This was actually sent. I actually found this game via an old PC Gamer magazine back in the early 90s, and I've got a free demo of it, and this video here basically explains the demo. Oh, shut up.
For thousands of years, an unspeakable evil has waited in the shadows. Now, in the dark days of the 21st century, the waiting period is nearly complete. Soon, the incubus of evil will lash out, and the fate of mankind will hang in the balance.
Can you guys hear the game okay?
Meanwhile, Tex Murphy, the hero of Mean Streets and Martian Memorandum, aimlessly wanders above the streets of San Francisco in his speeder. Out of work and broke, Tex searches for a change to the string of bad luck that continually haunts him. But his path leads him back to a shabby office in a rundown part of town. When the forces of evil collide with the only man clumsy enough to stumble into their way, they'll never believe.
Awesome, thanks, Shadow. I appreciate it.
To survive, Tex will have to dig deep into his
And you can hear the video voice okay?
Skills. Cat-like reflexes. Suave ladies man.
I guess I made a bad first impression. I completely forgot to tell you that I'm a gourmet chef and a licensed massage therapist.
Oh, God. Call me sweetheart again and I'll tear your throat out.
Tough and resourceful. Grace and style. Oh. Respected by his peers.
Oh, no, not
Murphy.
Because apparently you never learned the first rule of a PI. And never, ever betray your friend.
Cool under pressure.
Please don't kill me. Please! I'll do anything, but don't kill me!
With dazzling graphics and over 3.5 hours of video sequences, Under a Killing Moon creates an unbelievably rich environment to explore and enjoy.
Look, prophecies aren't my job description, okay? I'm just a humble PI trying to save the world as we know it.
Don't tell me, Tex. I'll figure out you've learned something.
I'm in trouble. Woo!
So settle down in front of your monitor and get ready for a joyride that's part comedy, part thriller, and 100% drop-dead great entertainment.
Then you can do what you want with Murphy.
Under a Killing Moon, coming to a software outlet near you.
Alrighty, so you guys got a sneak peek at that. And I hope you'll enjoy the game here. And we will get right into it. Alright, this was made by Access Software, who also made some, hey, I'm doing pretty good, Shiloh, thank you. How you guys doing tonight? So this was made by Access Software, who also made, some golf games for Windows. This was DOS based at the time, and this came on 4 CD-ROMs. Back in 1991 when this came out, you of course had to have a boot disc. This is Tex Murphy, number 3. I did not play number 1 or 2 on this, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and start a new game here, or at least start this one, which I've already done. And that's not how it starts. So, yep, you don't want that either. Sorry about that. We'll do a new game. We'll call this Hunter 2. Oops. We'll call it Hunter Live. So take a listen and let me know who you might recognize, the voices you might recognize.
I'm getting too old for this. Who have we got lined up to deal with this problem?
Murphy, sir.
Oh, no, not Murphy.
Afraid so, sir.
What about Spade or Marlowe?
Dead, sir.
Isn't there anyone else?
Sorry, sir, he's next on the list.
Wow, Charlie, I hope you feel better, dude.
Knowing Murphy, he's going to need help. A lot of help.
I'll check the archives and get back to you, sir.
News of the day. As the Second World War enters its final days, Allied forces are on the march. The troops of the Western Alliance are occupied with the dangerous duty of ferreting out the remaining pockets of Nazi resistance. The storming of Berlin has crushed the heart of German opposition and sent remnants of the Fuhrer's troops scurrying into the dark reaches of the Black Forest. The Germans have vowed to fight to the last man in their quest for world domination. But their days are numbered, with Adolf Hitler dead and the once dreaded SS disbanded. The Allies have exposed the workings of the Nazi war machine and found it festering with ancient blood cults, whose rituals and ceremonies are too astonishing and barbaric to detail. Allied forces will not rest until the last cult member has been revealed and captured.
No pestilence has ever been so fatal or so hideous. Blood was its avatar and its seal, the redness and horror of blood.
Sorry, I knew I was muted. So this one was another DOS game. It took, this was in the early 90s. It was DOS based, so you had VGA graphics, so you had more than 256 colors, like we did in Return of the Phantom. This has an all-star cast, especially the late James Earl Jones as the great PI in the sky. This stars Chris Jones, who was running Access Software and later on created Big Finish Games.
In the moonlight, New San Francisco sparkles like a chunk of cubic zirconium, an island of hollow beauty surrounded by a red sea of radiation. 5 million souls drowning in gamma rays. Some lucky people have a natural immunity to genetic mutation caused by the radiation. I'm one of them. Most of them live in the new city, but I don't. I live among the unlucky souls, the mutants and the destitute, and the wreckage of old San Francisco. My name's Tex Murphy. I'm a private detective. Or at least I used to be. Since my marriage hit the rocks, I haven't done much of anything. I went out tonight for the first time in a week, but all I ended up doing was spending the last of my money on a bottle of cheap bourbon.
Shiloh,
Now
yes,
it's
that
past
was
midnight,
James
I'm
Earl
staring out the window
Jones.
of my office on the second floor of the Ritz Hotel. Just like me, the Ritz used to be something. Now it's just
Well,
another
we didn't
grimy
get
building
the
around
flying
downtown
cars for
San.
Back to the Future, so.
I'm almost out of bourbon.
My God, Murphy, you look like hell. Really hit bottom, didn't you?
Oh, I usually don't look this bad. I forgot to take my Geritol this morning. So, you want a drink? I saved my first one to have with you.
And by the way, Katie,
No,
you might
thanks.
you
I've been
might
buying great
recognize
beers,
this
man.
voice. It might be a little
Yeah,
bit
one morning I
raspy
just
than
looked in the
years
mirror and
ago.
decided I needed to make a few lifestyle changes. Quit smoking, quit drinking. Now I'm getting out of the business. Yep, I'm gonna move to the tropics and retire in a nice secluded island with a tribe of beautiful young women.
You're getting out of the business. I guess that means the end of the world must be around the corner because you are the detective. I can't imagine you doing anything else, especially not running around an island with a bunch of nubile women in a loincloth.
Yes, but which Parent Trap,
I can imagine.
since they remade it years ago.
I've been thinking about it for years now. Yeah. You know how it is. Lonely. Underappreciated. Dangerous. I haven't had a decent night's sleep in 38 years. I tell you, I'm working on a case right now, and that's going to be my last one.
Yep.
Enough about me. How about you, Tex? How's life treating you? Bad as it looks?
Well, it depends. What day is it anyway today?
After
Saturday?
the cutscenes here,
Well,
I'll get
Saturday's not
into
too
a
bad.
little bit more specific details
Normally-
about the game,
Thursday by the time I get really suicidal.
and at least the details, the
What is it you wanted?
sound and
Somebody
videos
sprinkle a
of the
little
games
salt
here
into the,
after these
open wounds
cutscenes
of
are
my
finished.
pathetic life?
No, Tex, you got me all wrong. Just because you turned me in and got me suspended and humiliated me in front of my peers, you sold me out. But that's all gonna pass. See, I quit hating you for that weeks ago. Like I said, I'll be leaving soon, and I didn't want to go with any loose ends dangling there to bother me in my golden years.
Hey, don't worry about me. When you tossed me out of the agency, it was the best thing that ever happened. Digging through dumpsters and sleeping in abandoned speeders, you helped me learn a great lesson. Because no matter how bad things are, they can always get worse.
So what happened to you? I heard you were doing pretty well there for a while. Did a hell of a job on that Martian memorandum case. What's your problem? You one of those people who can't live with success? Huh?
Well, I can live with it. I'm just afraid of commitment. Now you tell me something.
Yes,
Why
please
would you
have a
talk to me
snack,
15
a
years
drink,
ago? I was a
something to
stupid
keep you
kid back
handy
then.
and hydrated.
Could have tried to understand
got
why I
mine.
told the ethics board what I did. I mean, I understand now that I was out of line and I made a mistake.
So the
but why'd you
Marshall
cut me off like
Mandoranums
that?
was the game previous to
Because
this one
apparently you never learned the first rule of a PI. And never,
that
ever
Brian
betray your
Keith
friends.
mentioned.
Now, friendship goes beyond blood and race and politics. You got to find out who your friends are, then you hold on to them. They're a precious commodity to people like me and you. Now, listen. Before I go, I came here with a warning. I heard your name mentioned in connection with a case that I'm working on, and you stay out of it. If you don't, somebody's going to find you floating in the bay with a hole in your head. I don't need any more strain on my conscience.
You know, frankly, I'm pretty insulted. Because I'm a pretty damn good detective. And I can take care of myself, thank you.
Just remember what I said, Tex. Got no idea what kind of people we're dealing with here. Just keep out of my way. I'll send you a postcard.
So this starts day one of multiple days, which day one is called coughing up phlegm.
So last night, after 15 years, the Colonel walks into my office. Made me take a good hard look at myself. Maybe I have hit bottom, and maybe I do look like hell. Lord knows the only exercise I've had lately is tipping the bottle and flipping cards into my hat. I gotta find some work. Contrary to what the Colonel might think, I'm as good a detective as he ever was. Now I just gotta prove it. I'm gonna scare up a job today, even if it means finding somebody's lost puppy.
Alrighty, so this is Tex's office. Just like Return to the Phantom, this is click, just like the other one, which is click and move, although there are some other things added to this. I am going to open up the auxiliary panel here, and we are going to go into the config. Unfortunately, with the config, I cannot change any information here, but this game came on 4 CD-ROM discs. Right now we're using disc 1. You actually had the ability to test the transfer rate and the burst rate of the drive. You also had available memory, as well as video speed. You have your sound device here, and this used MIDI music as well. You do have captioning, which was on. They do have a nice hint system. You can change the mouse sensitivities here, and this was the size it could go up to, which was 640 by 480 was the largest. You have the interactive mode here as well. We'll actually cancel out of that. We'll close this panel, and it does show text, so we'll have that stuff. We have our travel button here, which we will travel to several different places. We also have an inventory window here. We have a use, a combine, and examine for what we have in inventory. For the hint system, each time you use it, you'll lose a point. But if you do need help, this will provide you hints. Like Return of the Phantom, it did run on point system. This point system, each time you use a hint, you'll lose points. We already lost a point because I went in there. So basically the way interactive mode works is it changes to full screen, and you use the mouse to control the camera as well as your steps. It could get confusing. To get back to the interactive mode, you can look around at stuff, and you can use the right click and left click and right click.
My gun. I love it so much.
So we'll go ahead and take it and watch this cutscene.
Since the beginning. You want some of this? Huh? Bam, bam. Hey, bam, bam, bam. Bam. Bam, bam. Bam. And you.
Oh, looks like Tex threw it out the window.
Hey, Sonny, can you help me out? My girlfriend threw my gun out of the window. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just pick it up and, hey, don't point that thing up here. That's not a toy, you know. Oh, my hell. No matter how bad things got, I always had my gun. Now I've lost that, too. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those days.
And that's basically how Tex Murphy is. He's a bumbling detective. But he does solve the case, which is a good thing. So evidently that camera you saw, he was talking to the person who picked up his gun and shot his head off, or hat off, excuse me. So this is Tex's office, that his PI Texas PI office that he has. I will warn you, due to the way the movements are, you might, with your vision, you might get a little sick, and I apologize for that. So Katie, you might run into having issues with that.
The office was actually a dance studio before I moved in, and Latin dancing is a Murphy family tradition.
So we were looking at the footsteps, or the footprints.
Grandpa Murphy made it through the Depression by teaching cha-cha lessons to rich older women. He made thousands before the authorities found out he had no formal training.
Do you guys have any questions at all about the game and the technology at the time? Yeah. If so, Katie, I will understand if you have to go. It is a noir style. That's the way it's supposed to be. And it's pretty good. I will say that this one is more clumsy than the future ones that have come out. Text does get a little bit better. It is noir, which is cool, which is one reason why I like it. And of course, it's a mystery. And as you look, we can open the closet door. And there's not much in there other than his coats.
Stupid light switch is stuck in the on position. Could be worse, I guess.
So he's renting this place out.
This painting, The Big Spill. Well, since the building inspector has only one eye and no depth perception, the hotel manager painted fire extinguishers in all the apartments. It saved him a bundle.
Or I forgot, there should have been something on this counter, but it's not there anymore. It's probably because I've already picked it up.
Well, since the building inspector has only one eye and no depth, that's a perfect bed for a destitute PI. Small, lightweight, no sheets required. Another pile of garbage. There just aren't enough hours in the day.
So as you can see, it's point and click. It'll highlight what you'll need to do.
That hutch holds a life's worth of knickknacks, paddywhacks, and the world's largest piece of elbow macaroni.
Exactly. So before we go to the desk, we'll take a look at the other side here. Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
Oh boy, mail.
He's got mail. So here's our first piece of inventory. We'll get the other one as well. We'll go into the inventory, and this is what's listed here. We'll see what the sales flyer is. We'll go ahead and examine it. It says grand opening tomorrow. The electronic shop will open its newly remodeled store and offer a variety of bargains and other things, fax machines and other stuff. I will say we will be going to the electronic store after we get this credit card application done.
Pre-approved electronic shop credit card application addressed to the previous occupant. Just needs to be signed, stamped, and mailed.
So that's one of the things we can do, and we'll need to. This gift certificate entitles the holder to one free cosmetic job, nose, boob, etc., courtesy of the Real You Surgical Clinic. 30 minutes to a better you.
My phonograph's an old family heirloom. I love to play the classics. Kool and the Gang, Peaches and Herb.
And here's the vinyl.
This pure mountain spring water is indispensable, literally. I'm out of paper cups.
Oh, is that Michigan, Katie?
The fabulous Dior lamp. I bought it for 77 cents. World War IV. A dark and reactionary vision of the coming century by Rush Limbaugh III.
Thank you, Katie.
Ah, Sylvia, my ex-wife. Whenever I think things can't get any worse, I think about her and how she totally screwed up my life. She's a woman who loves a man, anytime. I'll never forget the day I came home early and caught her with the upholstery man.
Oh, there you are. I just got done with the chair. I'll be sending the bill to your husband.
Oh, Rudy. Let's not think about my husband right now. I was watching you upholstery and you're so big and strong.
Do you really think so?
Well, yes. God, I've only known you for 10 minutes and I feel like I've known you forever. Oh, yes, look. And look at this muscle. Oh. The way you hold me, Tex never held me like this. Oh, kiss me, Rudy, and set my lips on fire.
Okay.
Oh, Tex, honey. I wasn't expecting you home so soon.
Well, duh. Obviously. Now I know why the Roto-Rooter man keeps calling and asking whether we need our plumbing checked. Well, I gotta admit, those chairs look pretty good.
Thanks. Listen, how about I don't charge you on the labor and we call it even?
Fair enough. But from here on out, Rudy, customer servicing doesn't include my wife.
See, honey? I saved you some money again. Aren't you happy?
I married her for better or worse. Unfortunately, it never got any better.
Let's come around to, oh wait, what's this?
Oh, great. Another incoming message that won't print out. If I don't get a new fax machine, I'll be out of business.
So we gotta get that fixed sometime. So you use the arrow keys to change your view. So this might
Toxic Taste is a novel by Lou G. Trundle, the only mutant popular enough to make the New York Times bestseller list.
so at these times, this might be the time to look away or do something else, Katie.
My phone would work perfectly if it hadn't been disconnected.
So I will try to move around the desk the best as possible. We'll actually take a look at what's behind his desk.
PrimeLink computer is the only valuable piece of equipment left in the office. By entering suspect information like height, weight, and hair color, I can access the suspect's personal files.
And this is his CrimeLink computer. Here we have the option of changing stuff. And this will give us an idea on some subjects that we're looking for. See if we can get a good view of the desk. And yes, unfortunately, this is a primitive way of looking at the desk. And yes, you do have to switch back and forth between things.
One last $10 stamp waits patiently to be licked and mailed.
So we'll need that.
As usual, it's a mess. As usual, it's a mess. probably the only writing utensil that works in the whole office. As usual, it's a mess. As usual, it's a mess.
Okay, so since we have some things, we'll go and combine some stuff. We will combine the credit card application with the pen. That's now filled out. We will go ahead and combine the stamp with the credit card application, and then we can mail that out. So we'll do that. And yes, it will be slow and tedious. In order to go through doors and other things like that. Oh, what? Here it is. Or that's trash. Never mind. Okay. There's something else we were supposed to look at. We'll go out of Tex's office, and we'll have to move forward to go through the office.
The air outside feels thick, like I'm breathing through a pair of dirty gym socks. It's a high radiation day. Most everyone will be staying inside, but I need to hunt for some work. I always like to start the day with the traditional PI breakfast. That hits the spot. Chelsea's a hot one. I hear she's a mutant, but it doesn't show. The only weird thing about her is she won't go out with me. Chelsea runs a first-rate newsstand.
So welcome to Chandler Avenue. And yes, to get around you have to use the mouse, and this is where you're gonna get sick. And we'll walk up to Chelsea. She's the newsstand person.
Chelsea runs a first-rate newsstand. Chelsea Bando's the kind that could hold her own with anyone. She has a way of turning my knees to jelly. She's a mutant just like everyone else in this part of town, but she's a real beauty.
Well, hello, stranger.
So, at this point, I will go into more detail about the game. Unlike the questioning for Return of the Phantom, whatever options we choose, we can be either interactive at this point, or I can just go through the game since it's got several hours and several hours of gameplay. Whichever choice we choose will take us onto a path, will route us to one ending out of, I think there might have been 3 or 4 different endings in this game. So if you've heard of Detroit Become Human or some other newer games, whatever choices you pick will change the outcome of things in the future. Which was this. So this was one of the piece of the pie that started this game, this series of games, I should say, is kind of what started the choices and consequences for Life is Strange, Detroit Become Human, and other things, to where you'll change in the future and what you choose. Now, as I stated before, with this game, Tex is a bumbling detective. So it'll lead us to whatever they recorded, which is pretty cool. We're gonna say that we're a lovesick puppy.
Chelsea, you're breaking my heart.
Why? Because I've got a steady job?
So we have make a pass, sarcastic retort, or deeply insulted. How would you guys, since you're here, how would you guys like to answer this? Did you want to go interactive, or did you want me to pick and choose?
You're a riot, Chelsea. You ought to be doing stand-up.
No. Look, I do enough stand-up work right here. So can I help you with something?
So here we are at a list kind of like we were in Return of the Phantom, to where we can ask about stuff. I will tell you, the best course of action is to ask about everybody, rather than skip things because there might be something we miss. But we'll ask about Rook.
Rook acts like a tough guy, but he's a softie. Just don't tell him that to his face. Oh, you know me, Tex. I'm just making ends meet.
We'll see. Ask
I
about
love
Louis.
Louis, but his friendliness doesn't fool me. He's a sharp one. He knows everything that's going on in this neighborhood.
Which is a good thing.
Franny's a live wire. Either she or Sal is going to do time for killing the other one. I have never seen a couple fight like they do. Sal's a handful. He's a nice guy, but I don't know, I feel kind of naked when he gives me the eye.
I can't remember who Sal is, but we'll get to it.
Luckily, Ardo seems to like me. I mean, if I were on his bad side, I'd be tempted to relocate. He could crush a Subaru with one hand. Wish I could help you there, Tex.
And that last response is what we'll get on characters that, answers from characters that don't know the person we're asking about. So we will end the conversation and we will go and look at different things because there are places to go and visit. Rook owns.
Rook Garner runs this pawn shop.
We'll go in and visit Rook.
Rook Garner runs this pawn shop. He's a crusty old World War III vet with a face like a raisin and a tongue like a butcher's cleaver.
And just some information on Rook. The person that plays Rook was one of the developers of the series. I believe he was a graphics artist. We'll do caustic wit.
Looks like someone didn't get enough fiber in his breakfast this morning.
Shut up, Murphy. The last thing I need right now is a yappy-mouthed wise guy.
Cheerfully apologetic.
Sorry, you just look like you could stand to be lightened up a bit.
I just got my wallet lightened. Does that count?
Oh, we may have our first case.
Pawn shop. I don't usually have anything of great value, but yesterday I gave out a fair amount of cash for an extremely valuable diamond bracelet.
Detective humor, investigate, or blow off. We're going to do some detective humor.
My deductive powers tell me the bracelet's no longer on the premises.
Brilliant work, Murphy.
Sarcastic.
When you're a seasoned PI, you pick up on these things. Now go on.
The bracelet was pawned by a young girl named Emma Nimpton. She said she hated to hawk a family heirloom, but had no choice. She said she would reclaim the bracelet in a month. Well, since the bracelet was worth 10 times the 8,000 I loaned her, it was a good deal for me.
I love the name Emma Nimpton, and Tex will tell you why here in a little bit.
What was your impression of the girl?
She seemed real nice. I don't know what I'm gonna tell her. I called her this morning, but a line is disconnected.
Sounds like my vast experience as a PI could come in handy.
Yeah, it couldn't hurt. The police are no help. A mutant is on his own when he gets robbed in this town. I'd appreciate your help. I'm not a rich man, but if you find the bracelet, I'll owe you a few favors, which could come in handy. Come back here and I'll show you where they broke in.
Rook takes me out back and shows me where the burglar broke in. The back window is busted out and the latch is ripped. It's a sloppy job. As I start my investigation, I'm looking for information to enter into my crime-link computer back at the office. One thing's for sure, Emma Nimpton won't be one of the suspects' names. Every PI worth his salt knows that's not my name spelled backwards.
And that's one reason why I want to name my stream bot Emma Nimpton. So let's take a look around.
That's a sturdy, worm-eaten back door to Rook's pawn shop.
Can't remember if there's anything in this. Nope. There's nothing in that trash can. I can tell just from the Sprite.
Whoever uses these garbage cans is either a terrible shot or saving them for that special piece of trash.
Oops. Let's go back.
The empty bottles of chocolate syrup lying all around this alley all look like they've been licked clean.
And we'll learn about that here momentarily.
It's one of those basketballs they used to give away at Weenie World. 10 seconds left. Down by 1. Murphy has the ball. He fakes. He drives. It's a 360.
He's fouled.
The baby rum wrapper looks like it was left recently. Yep, still warm. Whoa, this antique boombox worked. I bet it'd only play the Bee Gees.
Let's go ahead and examine this.
This old relic probably hasn't worked in years. Hey, there are batteries in here.
We may need those for something.
Oh man, this dumpster smells like 20-year-old mayonnaise and I ought to know. Well, that steep staircase looks really hard to climb.
So we're just looking around Chandler Avenue. Here's something we could look into.
Wow, a recyclable paper can. Finally, a glimmer of ecological responsibility. I didn't know Rook cared. Wow, a recyclable paper. Wow. Wow, a recyclable paper can.
Can't remember if there's anything up these stairs or not.
Looks like someone's back door opens onto the fire escape. Hey, this door's just painted on.
Nope, there we go. So can't do anything there. Okay. So let's go out through here.
Oh, I would love to see my ex-mother-in-law squeeze through there.
And just to let you know, each place we run into, like this fence, goes to the CD and needs to load everything.
All hell has broken loose since the government stopped requiring products to display those give a hoot, don't pollute symbols. On the top floor of this place is where I hang my hat. It's not much, but it's better than... well, it's not much.
That's the Ritz where he stays.
This is the brand new electronic shop outlet. No pun intended. I won't be able to get inside the electronic shop until I get a membership card.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Let's try to find a mailbox. Ah, there it is. We will go ahead and use from inventory and put it in the
Postal
box.
service has gotten much faster since the stamp price went to $10. I should get my credit card back tomorrow morning.
So that's gonna be on day 2.
Francesca Lucido makes the spiciest pizza in the city. The only thing spicier than her cooking is her imagination. And right now she seems to have a thing for me. Francesca Lucido makes the spiciest
Well, it's that a handsome P.I. Tex Murphy. Have you come to take me away?
Cowboy humor, undecided, or no thanks?
I don't think so. From what I hear, you're a real handful, and I mean that in every sense of the word.
I guess you are referring to the spats between me and my worthless husband.
Be much too literal, ignorance, or push for more information.
Well, it doesn't seem to be a secret that the two of you don't always get along.
Oh, I'm sure we've woken up the neighborhood a few times with our tips. Oh, when we were younger, we used to wake up the neighborhood with different kinds of loud noises. But those days are gone.
Bored and impatient, optimistic change of subject, or express sympathy.
Well, enough about your personal life. Can I ask you a few questions?
I suppose so. I guess I'm not desirable enough to be good for anything else at this point. Rook is a tough old geezer. I've known him ever since we opened the Slice of Heaven back in 32, but I can't say I know him very well. Chelsea is a nice girl. Sal tries to flirt with her, but she doesn't give him the time
Okay,
of
Sal.
day.
That's who Sal is. Okay, I forgot.
I like Louis. He runs a nice place, and I go over there and chat with him when the business is slow. Well, I was hoping you'd get around to asking about me. I'm just a lonely, hot-blooded woman who needs the love of a good, strong man. Me and Sal got married too young, and it's been up and down ever since. I've had enough of his drinking and the womanizing, and I divorce him in a second, but he's got a couple of buddies who are top lawyers. If I had some hard evidence of his screwing around, I could divorce him and get a decent settlement.
I think that's also one of the things we can do. I can't remember.
He's an overgrown kid. He comes in here for the all-you-can-eat buffet, and I've got to kick him out every time. If I didn't, he'd eat everything we got. Can't help you, Tex. Sorry, I don't know anything about that.
So, since we've taken on Rook's burglary case, we should ask everybody about it.
Rook's place got robbed. It scares me to death. There's so much crime in this part of the city.
We'll go ahead and end conversation, and we'll go over to Louis.
Louis Laments runs the Brew and Stew, which is a local hangout. Well, this is a section of the Bay City Mirror. It's a weekly newsletter that covers local goings-on written by mutants for mutants. I'd subscribe if they had a comics page. To read the newspaper, move the cursor over one of the articles in the newspaper to highlight it. Then click left mouse button. A close-up of the article will appear. To select another article, click resume in the so we'll see
Let's see what this says. Burglaries baffle police. I won't really read it. It is about pawn shop burglaries, not necessarily related to Brooks. It does mention Police Lieutenant Mac Malden, who I believe get to go and see. Grateful Dead tour. This one. Police officers acquitted of assault. Yeah, that's nothing. What's this one? Art and Soul. Body found in Bay. Won't talk about it, but we might be able to ask about it. Editorial about the crusade.
Louis Laments runs the... The Brew and Stew is run by Louis Laments, a bloated mutant with a heart bigger than his waistline. Everyone comes to Louis' cafe. So does all the street talk. If something's going on, Louis knows about it.
What can I do for you, Mike?
Suds and hugs? Ear bleeding or Mr. Broke? I'm gonna say Mr. Broke.
Well, for starters, you could give me a job. I've forgotten what a paycheck looks like.
I hear you, Mike. Last week I had to lay off half my kitchen help. Times are pretty tough, but it could be worse.
Speak for yourself. I've had less work than a 300-pound belly dancer.
Actually, Mike, I once knew a 300-pound belly dancer who was in great demand. She had real pretty eyes.
And we'll ask about everything.
An ornery old cuss, but me and him are old buddies. We fought in the big war together. He's one person you can trust in these troubled times. Chelsea acts tough, but she has to be with all the scum around. And she's as smart as she is pretty. She knows a lot of what goes on in the shadows of this city. Yeah, things are a little slow, but I'm getting by. Having to lay off some of my kitchen help hurt my pride more than anything. Granny's a fireball. She and Sal opened a pizza place 7 to 8 years ago, and they've been fighting ever since. Sal's a big guy with an appetite for food, wine, and women. He comes by here most every day for lunch. Pardo comes in now and again. Usually orders a couple of steaks and a chocolate milk. His temper's as short as he is tall. And he's only got one oar in the water. A bad combination. Sorry, Mike. Can't help you there. Rook told me about the bracelet, but I don't know anything more about it. Rook's been robbed before, but he's never had anything really valuable taken. This is gonna set Rook back for a while. Too bad the cops have turned a blind eye. Ever since the crusade started up, the relations between norms and mutants has gone to pot. I've had rocks thrown through my windows, graffiti sprayed on the bricks outside. There's not much I can do, though. He's one of the few norms besides you who's eaten here. Seems like a typical cop. A little dim, and not too concerned about what happens in the mutant sections of town.
We will end conversation, and I think we'll travel. We'll see where we can travel. So they bring up a map. Let's go to the police station and talk to Mac. So they have flying cars or speeders, and we just fly away.
I haven't seen Mac Malden since the Martian Memorandum case. I remember him as a surly, incompetent, fat-nosed cop. As I step into his office, I can see he's changed. His nose is even bigger.
Well, if it isn't Tex Murphy. I figured you'd be dead by now.
Back at you. Friendly rejoiner.
I could say the same about you. When's the last time you had your cholesterol checked?
Still the wise guy, eh, Murphy? It was great to see you. Now get lost!
Finally reminisce, dispense with small talk, and make some healthful suggestions. Yeah, it is actually pretty cool.
Oh, come on. Remember the Martian Memorandum case?
Shiloh.
Hey, we made a swell team.
Yeah.
The games get better with the graphics and sound and everything.
Things are harder now.
The
mayor's office is all over me again. You heard
direction
about the
in the
robberies?
script
We have no
get
suspects,
better as
and I'm
well.
catching the heat for it.
So you and your crack team of detectives have no leads?
Of course we have leads, you pots. We know he's a norm, Caucasian, and has AB negative blood. That narrows down our list of suspects to about 1 million. Now get out of my hair. I got work to do.
It's all good, Katie. So we will go back with that information. We'll go back home. We'll go to Tex's office and use the crime computer. Of course, I didn't write down any information except for, I think, AB blood or something like that. Oh, there's one other place we can go and visit too, so we'll do that after Tex. Tex's office here. I believe he said he was Caucasian. He's not mutant. He's male, I believe. I think he's 6 something. And maybe 200 pounds. I believe his hair was red. He's got 2 eyes. We don't know his shoe size. Distinctive marks. Missing teeth. And that's all we know so far. So we can either travel and go out to the street, or we can go through the door. And here we have a list of places we can go. We'll actually just go to Chandler Avenue, which we can't. So we'll cancel and go out the door. Let's go talk to Ardo, who was also a part of the creative team.
All hell has broken loose since the government stopped Rusty the Clown's novelty shop. Closed down a few months ago after Rusty mysteriously disappeared. The police suspect foul play, but I think he probably just choked to death on his own bad jokes. Golden Gate Hotel was once known as the Waldorf of the Pacific. Its halls are still sturdy, and the walls have worn well. But there's nobody living inside. The Bijou Theater used to be quite a night spot. It was condemned years ago and could collapse any day. There's no way I'm going in there.
So those are the places we can get around town, or around the street. There's also this
The
warehouse.
warehouse is the former Snow White dry cleaning building. Nobody's used this place in a while. Ardo Newpop is a gigantic goon who works at the front desk at the Golden Gate Motel. Ardo's no rocket scientist. In fact, he probably doesn't even know what a rocket scientist is.
Oh, by the way, if you're wanting more information on these games, I left a link in the description below. Description here. We got Brusca Poach, Boob Tube Hobnobbing, or Standard Detective Introduction.
Anything good on the tube today?
Uh-huh. I'm watching the Captain Wallaby show, and he's so funny.
Captain Wallaby, your favorite show?
It's my third favorite show. My favorite is the Inspector Burns Fire Safety Show.
You know, Ardo, Inspector Burns and I are really good friends.
You are? Wow! I'd do anything to meet Inspector Burns.
Look, Ardo, if you'll answer some of my questions, I might bring Inspector Burns in to meet you. Would you like that?
Okay. I can answer some questions, but first I have to put on my fire hat because Inspector Burns' Fire Safety Show is going to be on pretty soon.
And we'll ask him.
Ooh, Chelsea is pretty cool, because she's got good
Hi, Autumn in the
stuff.
doorway.
That's where I bought my Inspector Burns Fire Safety Manual. I went to his pawn shop because I thought he would have Inspector Burns action figures, but he didn't, and I got mad at him, so he probably don't like me. Ooh, Chelsea is pretty cool, because she's got good magazines and stuff. That's where I bought my Inspector Burns Fire Safety Manual. He's a nice guy, and I like to eat there because there's a TV. She's the lady who makes the best pizza. I eat at her pizza place all the time because I love it. I don't know what that is. I just want to be like my hero, Inspector Burns, because fire safety is very important. I never heard nothing about that. I don't know what that is. I never heard nothing about that. I heard about that, but I don't know what a crusade is. I don't know what that is. I used to watch his TV show, and it was pretty good, but then it stopped. And then he opened a store down the street, and I used to go there and buy stuff, but then it closed.
Yeah, looks like someone's locked the door. Yeah, looks like someone's locked the door. It's all locked up. The only way I'm gonna get inside is by using my innate cleverness or ingenuity, or maybe a key.
Yeah, I'm getting stumped. May have to go to the hint system here. And I was muted, but I forgot to mention that Ardo is part of the creative team on the series. That's not where I want to go. But let's go to the...
On the top floor of this place is where I hang my hat. It's not much, but it's better than... well, it's not much.
I can't go in there. Okay. So let's go in the alley and see what's going on real quick. I don't think he's there yet. He is!
Oh, looks like Mr. Bum is home for the evening.
Yeah, what do you want?
All business, tongue-in-cheek, or bum camaraderie?
Looks like you're busy drowning your troubles, my good man.
Well, Mr. High and Mighty, what are you, a preacher or something?
More bum.
No, I'm just a man like you, who's been down on his luck.
Look at me, I'm crying. Now what is it you want?
We'll do Dreamer at Heart.
How about world peace, a new speeder, and a decent haircut? Is that really so much to ask?
You're quite a comedian. Why don't you take your act on the road?
Oh, there, he didn't want to talk, just like Mac.
You again. Look, I'll warn you right now, I'm almost out of chocolate syrup and I'm not in a good mood.
You know, I just might have something that would improve your ugly mood.
Is that so? Well, what?
Well, I can't offer, and I'm gonna have to end the conversation with them since we don't have any chocolate syrup. So we're gonna end this. We're gonna take a quick break real quick. We'll stand up, stretch or whatever, get a drink, use the restroom, anything like that. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Alrighty, I am back. Hopefully you saw that the points have started to add up. We'll actually go into the hint system because I'm completely confused. Here's the hint screen or directory. We've lost 1 point since we already entered in the hint system. We can't do anything with the fax machine until we get the thing. We do need one thing we need to do is get the bum to cooperate, which I do know for a fact we need to find some chocolate syrup for them. So let's go there. So we've lost 1 point for that. Brew and stew and talk to Louie, and let's go do that. So we'll cancel out of that. We'll go travel. Luckily enough, they have a quick travel system, so that is nice. We'll go to Brew and Stew, and we'll go talk to Louie again.
What can I get you?
And we're gonna ask about this list is going to grow, and we'll ask them about chocolate.
A slice of my chocolate pie? I can get you a piece to go if you like.
And there we have it. So we'll go back and talk to the bum. How easy was that? And with the travel system, unlike Return of the Phantom, we have to go everywhere. Here we'll go there quickly, which is just a small cut screen, and we're there.
This isn't a good time for a social call, punk. If I don't get her fixed soon, I'll go insane. Dory me faso lato.
We'll go ahead and make them an offer.
Helping out addicts, but I think I've got something that will ease the pain.
Oh, hold out on me, man. If you've got something, let's have it.
And then we'll offer chocolate pie.
Praise heaven, you brought the ambrosia of life. Ask me anything you want. Rook, he leaves me alone. Can't ask for more than that. I think Chelsea used to fancy me, till she found out my only true love was chocolate. Damn near broke her heart. Nice guy, good cook. Every National Feed a Bum Day, he brings me one of his award-winning chocolate pies. Ugh. I don't have much to
I
do
hope
with
everybody
her.
got
They don't
up
serve
and
anything with chocolate in it at the pizza joint.
walked around or stretched or got something to eat or drink
The
or
only time I ever
restroom.
see Sal is when he gets drunk and comes by to pick a fight. Then I kick his butt and send him on his way. That big goon, he used to hassle me until I shared a quart of chocolate syrup with him. Now he lets me alone. Wish I could help. Oh, don't know a thing about it. I saw someone prowling around the back of the pawn shop last night. It was so dark, I didn't get a good look at him, but I could tell he was huge. Probably 6'3" or 6'4", about 300 pounds.
So there, we can add that into our CrimeNet computer.
I stay out of politics, especially bad politics.
As everybody should.
Sorry, can't help you with that. Wish I could help.
So, let's travel up to Tex's office and use the computer, and we'll get some more information on them. Or crime link, I should say. Yep, we got that right. He was... And that's all we know. Unfortunately, we still got 100+ people. But at least that saves. So we'll go back into the hints. Click the appropriate traits. I knew we missed something in the back alley.
Another billboard advertising cosmetic surgery. It's big business these days. Mutants with money will pay anything to look like norms.
So we gotta move around here. And we forgot to look at one or two things.
Well, obviously, the window was broken from the outside.
Oh, look!
Looks like a key of some kind.
We'll take that key.
Shard of glass must have come from that broken window. Now we're starting to get somewhere.
So let's examine.
Like whoever broke into Rook's window left one of his hairs behind. Apparently our burglar is a carrot top.
So I was right with the red hair.
Looks like whoever broke into...
It's a key. So... let's go to Chandler Avenue. Yep. And yes, there are obstacles that can get in our path.
The Acme Warehouse is the former Snow White dry cleaning building. Nobody's used this place in a while.
Let's try to use the key.
Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work. The Acme Warehouse is the former Snow White dry... The Acme Warehouse is the...
Okay, so where can we use this key?
Yeah, looks like someone's locked the door. Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work.
Well, bugger. Let's go back into hints. Oh, there are footprints back in the alley, dum-dum. Okay, we'll make somebody sick. I figured it might be that slow. Okay. So let's go and look for some footprints back here. Oh, there's one.
Looks like a shoe print is outlined in that sticky pool of something resembling chocolate. Footprints about a size 14.
That would help, wouldn't it? Let's go to Tex's office and update the computer. So are you guys enjoying this game so far? Shoe size 14. So we need to find out their eye color. I can't remember if they said if they were mutant or not. Also need to know if there's any distinctive marks on them. And I can't remember that. Let's go see if Rook's got any more information. I doubt he does.
So, Murphy, have you come up with anything yet?
It's hard to say, but I'll get back to you later.
Okay, that was dumb. Yep, that's how clumsy I am with Murphy. As Murphy, I should say.
What else can I help you with, Murphy? It was a beauty, encrusted with diamonds and rubies and inlaid with gold. It makes me mad as hell that someone would break into the shop. I have a hard enough time making ends meet. Don't get me started. That movement is nothing but a hate machine. The Civil War's on the horizon because we mutants can't sit around and take the discrimination anymore. Those crusading fools have started something too big to control.
I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that.
Okay, so we don't know too much, of course. Oh, we forgot to ask her about the burglary. I knew it.
Hi, Tex. How's the investigation going? Is there anything I can do to help? Yeah, I remember Rook told me about the burglary. I remember a stranger hanging around the past couple of days. It might be a dead end, but I seem to remember that the guy had these bright green eyes and a tattoo of an anchor on his arm.
Green eyes and anchor.
Sorry, I haven't heard anything about that.
So green and anchor. We're getting more information. And of course, with that information, we still don't have much. Well, I'm getting stumped here, guys. There's got to be something else out there.
What can I do for you, Tex? Wish I could help you there, Tex. The crusade is big. I mean, much bigger than most people know.
You guys have any suggestions for me, by the way?
And then these huge sections of the Norm population are joining. Well, they say it's a religion, but then they encourage the members to be violent and prejudiced towards others. Sorry, I haven't heard anything about that. Oh, I remember Rusty. He had a kids show on TV when I was young. I hated the show. That clown makeup always scared me.
Oh, I wonder if the key might go to Rusty's.
It's all locked up. The only way I'm gonna get inside is by using my innate cleverness or ingenuity, or maybe a key. Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work.
Autumn. Oh wait, I forgot about this alley. Oh, I know, this is going to...
Coit Tower was once a majestic landmark.
This place.
The wiener stand on the patio at the base of Coit Tower made the best chili dog in town. No one's here right now, though, so I better check back later.
Oh, well, that sucked. Hi, Autumn. Forgot about this doormat.
Whoa, a key. Just a couple of empty old packing boxes.
Hi, Autumn. Mommy's coming for you, okay?
Ooh, a small nozzle. Probably a helium dispenser used for filling balloons. Looks like some kind of in-house television.
Hi, kids, it's me, Inspector Burns. And as we all know, fire can be our friend, but fire can be our foe. So many times, fire starts so carelessly. And what can fires do? Fires burn you. Never, never light matches. No, no, no. Fire is dangerous. Fire made me look like this. Do you want to look like me? No, no, no. Don't look like Inspector Burns. Don't play with matches.
Inspector Burns. I always thought he was a freak, but the kids love him. So does Ardo.
Evidently, they had matches in the future.
this must be Mr. Grimm. He's a reaper. Cool. Plastic dart crossbow. It'll make a nice addition to my non-violent weapon collection. Oh, this is a scary mask. Apparently Rusty was very fond of empty cardboard boxes. It's a Rusty Clown life-size doll. Wow. It's a dead ringer for... Oh, no pun intended. Why, it's Mr. Sloppy Lasagna Eater. Whoa! For a second there, I thought someone had decapitated Inspector Burns and left his head on the floor. What a great mask. I have no idea what I'd ever do with a stacking ring, but what the heck.
Yeah, we're raiding Rusty's for some supplies.
If I can unlock this door, I may be able to go where only clowns have gone before. Locked. Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work.
Oh, I hate that. But with that said, we can go and talk to Ardo more.
I heard that Ardo shuts the place down every once in a while to do fire safety upgrades. Maybe he's painting fire extinguishers in all the rooms. I heard that Ardo shuts the place down every once in a while to do fire safety upgrades. Maybe he's painting fire extinguishers in all the rooms.
Well, we can't go to Ardo's.
I heard this newspaper box got destroyed right after Chelsea opened her newsstand. Coincidence?
Okay. I guess it's back to find. We'll get more information on the burglary. See if we can get any information, I guess. And narrow things down.
What can I get for you, handsome? A big plate of linguine with my own special sauce.
I think your sauce might be a little too rich for me. I just want to ask a couple of questions.
I heard that Rook's place got robbed. It scares me to death. There's so much crime in this part of the city.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Shiloh.
Good night, everyone. Have a good one. Stay warm, stay safe.
Too bad you don't like fresh brains, mate. Hot off the grill. Rook's been robbed before, but he's never had anything really valuable taken. This is gonna set Rook back for a while. Too bad the cops have turned a blind eye.
Let's see if we can add a blind eye to the computer or not. I guess not. I'll be right back, y'all. Sorry about that. We're quick break. Hopefully we'll figure something out. I may have to cheat a little bit and see if I can get some info on McFlem. Okay. Okay. So let's go back to Rusty's. And see what we can find.
If I can unlock this door, I may be able to go where only clowns have gone before. Locked.
Ooh, I think we missed something on the back wall. Ah.
Maybe this key fits in that employees only door.
There it is, yep. Let's go in and take a look.
Why in the world would Rusty keep a barrel of toxic acid?
We don't want to know. Now we know why.
40. So this is where Rusty ended up. What a way to go. I'm willing to bet he didn't crawl in here on his own. Someone murdered him. Posters in here tell you more than you'd ever care to know about film processing.
Okay, we got some info there. Let's go talk to Mac and see if we can get some more information. At least we have some news to tell him.
Can't you find something better to do than bother me?
I was planning on it, but you know I couldn't find your sister or your mom.
Still the wise guy, eh, Murphy? It was great to see you. Now get lost!
Oh, come on. Remember the Martian Memorandum case? Hey, we made a swell team.
Yeah, those were the days. I don't get cases like that anymore. Things are harder now. The mayor's office is all over me again. You heard about the string of pawn shop robberies? We have no suspects, and I'm catching the heat for it.
What you need is San Francisco's best detective on the case.
Yeah? I asked him to help out, but he's busy. Now shove off!
Oh, come on, Mac.
Can't Can't you find something better to do than bother me?
I don't mean to bother you, but I'm still stuck on this case.
Sure you are. Probably a case of cheap scotch.
I wish. I couldn't afford a glass of scotch these days.
By the way, with these questions, there's a certain way to get further with them too.
An application on your way out.
Oh, come on.
Can't you find something better to do than bother me?
No, because I really like to watch your face turn red.
Still the wise guy, eh, Murphy? It was great to see you. Now get lost.
I'll bet you could use an extra strength laxative and a nap.
Yeah? And you could use a punch in the jaws. Get out of my office. Can't you find something better to do than bother me?
Yep, see, we need to find certain line. Okay, we got some more information here. And
I don't mean to bother you, but I'm still stuck on this case.
Sure you are. Probably a case of cheap scotch.
Not me. I hear drinking too much is your department.
Hey, I got plenty to drink about. The mayor's office is all over me again. You heard about the string of pawn shop robberies? We have no suspects, and I'm catching the heat for it.
So you and your crack team of detectives have no leads?
Of course we have leads, you pots. We know he's a Norm, Caucasian, and has AB negative blood. That narrows down our list of
AB negative,
suspects
that's
to
what I
about a
goofed up
million.
on.
Now get out of my hair. I got work to do.
so that's one place I goofed up. There we go. That's what I messed up on. So his name is Mick Flem. I won't read into it, but that's what he looks like. Okay, Beak. So let's see where we can go. I think he's at Coit Towers. I forgot about Coit Towers.
Coit Tower was once a majestic landmark. The wiener stand on the patio at the base of Coit Tower made the best chili dog in town. No one's here right now, though, so I better check back later.
Oh, yay. Okay, so let's break the news to Rook and see what he says.
What now, Murphy? I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that.
Okay, so he doesn't know anything about that. So, let's talk to Chelsea.
What can I do for you, Tex? Wish I could help you there, Tex. Oh, yeah, I know Beak. If you want to talk to him, you might try hanging out around Coy Tower.
See what the others have.
You look hungry, Tex. And I'll bet I could do something to satisfy that hunger.
Well, heck, that wouldn't be too hard with all the delicious food you have around here, but I just need to ask you a few more questions.
He was a weirdo who opened up a shop just down the street. That would have been a couple of years ago. The business went under in a hurry and the clown just disappeared. Sorry. Ask me about something else. Can't help you, Tex.
Louis Laments runs the Bruin store. Louis Laments runs the brew.
See what Louis knows.
Okay, what's on your mind? He was a strange one. He had a show on TV for a while. Got pretty popular. Then he quit the show and went into business. He opened up a shop right up the street from here. I guess he wasn't a very good businessman. The shop went out of business within a couple of months. Then Rusty just disappeared. I heard he'd made some enemies in the novelty trade. Sorry, Mike. Can't help you there. Sorry, Mike. Can't help
Okay,
you
let's
there.
go see if Ardo's back. And then we'll go up to Coit Towers. Or Coit Tower.
I heard that Ardo shuts the place down every once in a while to do fire safety upgrades.
Nope. Ardo's not there. So let's try and see if we can find Beak.
I walk up the steps to Coy Tower and spot a small figure
There we go.
in the shadows. In the half light, I can see only the person's profile, but it's definitely Beak. As I walk towards him, he glances around, then approaches me warily, like a vegetarian sizing up a pot pie.
What are you staring at?
Pardon my staring, but that is a truly impressive schnoz you've got.
Come on, don't make fun, huh? What do you want? Who are you?
I'm a friend of Chelsea Bando. He told me I could probably find you nosing around up here.
Yeah, Chelsea. Good egg. Nice looker. So, what do you want?
Oh, nothing. I just wanted to see if your nose is as big as everyone says.
What, you some kind of joker? Maybe I'll see you around. You leave me alone, Mr. Snoopy Guy.
Look, Beak, I'm not a violent man, but your nose is the kind of target that dreams are made of.
Touch your hair on my nose and you're a dead man. But buddy of mine is coming by any second, and he'll have a good time tearing you to pieces.
Okay, fine. Just don't come to me when you can't find your puppy and nobody'll help you look for him.
You leave me alone, Mr. Snoopy Guy.
Please, Beak. I'm begging you. I'm just a crappy detective and I need your help.
Jeez, fella, you're more pathetic than I am.
Yep. Oh, God. Come on, Beak.
You leave me alone, Mr. Snoopy Guy.
Look, don't be snooty, Beak. I'm here to cut you a deal. Literally.
I don't even know what he needs. Ah. Ah.
Okay, I can use this. My nose has started sagging lately. Makes it hard to breathe. Now, what kind of info you looking for, hmm? I can't help you there. Chelsea, smart girl and a real looker to boot. She's got a cute little nose.
Hey, everybody. I appreciate you watching.
Chelsea, I haven't got any info on that. She runs that pizza place with her husband, Sal. I don't know much about her. A true Italian knows, though. He lets his wife run the pizza joint. I don't know what he does, though I've heard some things about who he does. You can tell he drinks a lot by that snarls of his. I can't help you there. I know a little about him. Runs a pretty successful PI business. The bracelet is the bait Mick Flem uses for the pawn shop robberies. Rook's pawn shop was robbed by a two-bit crook named Mick Flem. He and his girlfriend have knocked off half a dozen pawn shops over the past month. The girl goes to a pawn shop and hawks a bracelet for a decent amount of cash. Then Flem breaks into the pawn shop and steals the bracelet, along with anything else he finds. Big trouble. It's causing mutant blood to boil, and I don't want to be around when the bullets start flying. Anyone with a hunker like that can't be all bad. Malden's no rocket scientist, but I hear that he's not on the take. I've helped him out a couple of times, so he leaves me alone. I think he's dead, and I'll bet Mick Flem had something to do with it. Word was the two of them were smuggling illegal novelty items from Hong Kong, and Rusty crossed Flem. Ever since Rusty disappeared, Flem has had a terrible fear of clowns. Bozophobia. I once saw Flem pretty drunk, and he said he had nightmares of Rusty's ghost coming back to haunt him from the grave. He was completely terrified.
And we will use that here shortly.
Mick Flam's rap sheet would take a day to read. He's a fat scum, and he's an idiot to boot. That's why he's always getting caught. He's been busted for burglary, mail fraud, arson, you name it. Everyone knows he operates out of the Snow White warehouse, but don't tell him. Oh, I'm nobody. I just try to keep my nose clean and my ear to the ground. Oh, wait a minute. Or was that vice versa?
So, let's see what we can do now that we got that information.
If Flem is working out of this warehouse, it looks like he got careless. The door's unlocked.
Oh, sweet.
If this is Mick Flem's hangout, he'll probably be back soon. I better try and set some sort of trap for him.
I hope everybody's having a good night tonight. We will probably end part 2 here in about an hour or so. So I'm just gonna take a look around.
Yummy. A bottle of turnip schnapps. I'll bet it's got a real kick.
I'll just be taking a look around the warehouse and set some stuff up.
This is actually a storage compartment. Looks like it requires a special combination key. Locked.
Oh, I didn't want to do that, but that's fine. Oh, let's see. Warehouse, get the key. What the key? Inventory. Key from Alley. See if we can use it here.
Well, that's not gonna work.
Oh, of course not. Oh, what do we have in the ceiling? There it is.
That hook looks pretty heavy duty. This must be the power box for the warehouse, and it's locked. Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna. Well, that's
Well, we know that's not gonna work.
Crate smells like laundry soap. Crate in front on the floor seems to be partially opened. Apparently some fireman dropped off his uniform to be cleaned and forgot to pick it up.
Here we go. I knew there was something.
Ooh, this barrel smells like it shouldn't be opened. This key must fit a lock around here somewhere.
Let's see. Rusty. Use.
That rusty doll isn't going to scare Phlegm unless I can get it to move around somehow.
Okay. So that's what we need to do. So we got 2 keys. Let's try them.
Hopefully this isn't a self-destruct lever. The sound is coming from up on the...
Oh, jeez, that's freaking fast. See.
That hook looks pretty heavy duty.
Inventory. Rusties.
That hook looks pretty heavy duty. That rusty doll isn't going to scare Phlegm unless I...
Okay. So we got to move that and stop it at some point, which is not going to be fun, considering how fast it's moving. And it didn't move anywhere. So yes, here's how the controls suck. And that's moving pretty fast.
So, this actually operates the pulley up on the landing. So, it's actually...
Of course you stopped back there. Okay. So this is going to be the fun part. Okay.
That door leads to the street. This business sign should be on the outside of the building. No wonder they went out of business. These large doors look like they haven't been opened since my last date. These large doors look like they haven't been opened since... Locked. Well, that's not gonna work.
Okay. Okay. Ah. That's what it was.
The heavy footsteps I hear must be Flem. Luckily, my rusty trap's all set. I'll need to find a hiding place as close as possible to the pulley control box. When Flem least expects it, I'll throw the pulley lever and bring Rusty back from the dead.
Okay, this is also where it gets kind of hard because we now have to hide, but we also have to be in plain view. There we go. I was able to shrink down. Stop. Okay.
So, this actually operates the pulley up on the landing.
I think Mick caught us. But then maybe not. We'll see. Nope.
Ooh, it's me, Rusty Kids, and I'm here to Mommy's come back.
And he went right through the wall. So now let's see what he left on the table for us.
Mick ran off without his keys. I'll bet at least one of these will come in handy. Damn, I'm good. This has to be Rook's bracelet.
Let's see. There we go.
A locked box within a locked box. It must contain something worth having. The strong box is too sturdy to break open. I'll need the key.
Hey, there we go. I'm finally getting smarter.
What do we have here? Unless I miss my guess, this is jade. It's good quality, too.
There we go. I guess we can only go to Tex's office. I think we've completed day one, probably. We'll see.
I'm telling you, it's impossible. It can't be done. I've tried everything.
The prophecy is very clear. We can't go on until this step is completed. Surely your unique skills give you opportunity?
My ability has gotten us nowhere. Capricorn got there before me. They're always one step ahead of me. It's like they can read my mind.
We can't let them stop us. Maybe we can use your skills on someone else. I've made inquiries, and if he hasn't gotten himself killed, maybe he's just what we need. Murphy. Tex Murphy.
Yep. Day one's completed. Now we're on day two. Goose, eggs, and ham is day two.
I feel better today than I've felt in a long time. Boy, did I stun Rook when I walked in and handed him that bracelet. Okay, so getting the bracelet back doesn't make me Detective of the Year, but it does stimulate the confidence glands. Maybe I can succeed at this business and turn my career around. But if I'm gonna do that, I better do something about my fax machine. Who knows how many new opportunities I've missed to show the world my greatness.
So let's see what's on the floor here.
Oh boy, mail. My own personal credit card. I'll need this to get in the electronics shop next door.
So let's go ahead and go there. Welcome back, Shiloh, if you've come back. We are now on day two, and we are going to go to the electronics shop.
This is the brand new electronics shop outlet. No pun intended. This is the brand new electronics shop outlet. No pun intended. This electronics shop outlet has just moved into the neighborhood. I've heard that the manager's name is Ham Underwood. Everyone knows they sell overpriced junk, but it is conveniently located.
Let's see what we got. Or see what Ham's got.
Now that's interesting. Looks like an alien pineapple. Looks like a core sample from an old sofa. An old 1286 with an ancient super duper wowzer VGA monitor. This must be the new 10-key laser printer pop-up toaster unit. Vox TV with remote crab speakers. Kids infrared visors. They stopped making these about 50 years ago and they're still overstocked. Yum, an imitation chocolate keyboard. The perfect Valentine gift for that special computer nerd. A remote control flying saucer, huh? It's so old it's turning to dust. Now that's interesting. Looks like an alien pineapple. Yum, an An imitation chocolate keyboard, the perfect Valentine's gift for that special computer nerd. A teeny disc tote box. Too bad they quit making teeny discs 10 years ago. Oh, a drive-through teller tube. Everyone should have at least one of these around the house. The fax machine's so outdated it doesn't even have a brand name. And it's better than nothing. I can't get that while the force field is up. The fax machine's so outdated it doesn't even have a brand name.
So let's talk to Ham.
That pudgy computer dweeb really has a battered head.
Hi there, how can I help you?
I just came by to welcome you to the neighborhood. My name's Tex.
Pleased to meet you. My name's Underwood. So, what can I do for you?
Do you have fax machines?
Sure do. In fact, there's one older model in the blue light special box.
I tried not to stare, but it threw me off when I saw how cross-eyed Ham Underwood is. I'll have to keep in mind that anything he says is on the left is probably on the right.
Using the card on it's getting it.
The fax machine's so outdated, doesn't he?
Let's go up to the office and replace it.
You have a fax?
Nope, it got replaced automatically.
Fax prints out. Finally. Maybe this is a real case, the kind you get paid for. A fax addressed to Tex Murphy from the Countess Renier?
Facsimile transmission to Tex Murphy PI from the Countess. Dear Mr. Murphy, you have been recommended to me as someone capable of handling delicate matters with both competence and discretion. I am prepared to pay you handsomely in exchange for your services. I would prefer to give you more details in person. I do not wish to seem impertinent, but time is of the essence. Please meet me at my residence as soon as possible, and the address is in Pacific Heights. So let's resume and travel. Looks like we're going through the Golden Gate Bridge.
The Countess Renier. That name smacks of money. Hopefully she doesn't want to hire me to find her lost poodle. As I land my speeder, I see my dream house, only bigger. The butler is a tall, thin man, about 70. He tells me the Countess is expecting me and shows me into a large, lavishly furnished drawing room.
And the Countess Renier. Please, have a seat.
Thank you. You know, I pictured you being, well, older and heavier.
No one is born old, Mr.
Welcome
Murphy.
back, Shiloh.
Now,
I appreciate you hanging out tonight.
Oh, by all means. Pardon my interruption.
Your services have been recommended to me by a trusted friend who prefers to remain anonymous. Suffice it to say that your unique abilities are what I need right now.
Which of my unique abilities are you referring to?
I'm sure you have many unique abilities. The one I would hire you for is your talent of locating people and things. I've been told this talent has made you some friends and many enemies.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Countess, but wasn't it Roy Rogers who once said, "You can't please all the people all the time"?
Save your homespun humor for a more gullible woman. What I'm asking you to do may make you very unpopular with some people.
Exactly how unpopular are we talking here?
Let me give you some background information, then you can decide for yourself. Some time ago, a family heirloom was stolen from this bungalow. I do keep most of my valuables on my estate in Europe, but on this visit, I brought the piece to show a friend. Within hours of my arrival, I found it stolen, and I have made extensive inquiries trying to retrieve it. But
I also will appreciate whoever else is out there tonight watching as well.
Cash than I do. You should be able to buy all the information you need. What makes you think that I can help you?
Oh, I don't. I remembered what my friend had told me about you after I had exhausted every other option.
Please
your last option could
like the stream as well as if you're interested in more content.
Much more than your usual fee. I'm a wealthy young woman.
Subscribe to the channel if you would, please, and greatly appreciate it.
Alone is worth more money than you could earn in 10 lifetimes.
Oh, we'll see about that when I win the clearinghouse sweepstakes.
How quaint. Let's not waste any more time. I need some work done, and I'll pay you well for it.
Well, in my experience, getting paid well is a relative term.
Your obsession with money is appalling.
Oh, I have any number of appalling traits, but I am a good PI.
Well, if you prove to be as good as you think you are, I'll pay you a $30,000 finder's fee.
Well, let me think about it. Okay, I'll do it. In fact, I'll even mow your lawn at no charge.
Try to control yourself, Mr. Murphy. I'll expect you to focus all of your energies on this job, and the methods you use to retrieve the artifact are of no interest to me. But as more time elapses, the less likely it is an item will be found, and for that reason, I must require you to find it and to return it to me within 1 week. And after that, there will be no finder's fee available to you.
Do you pay time and a half after 40 hours? That's a joke.
I have stated my conditions. As to the artifact itself, it is a beautiful statuette made of crystal and shaped in the form of a bird. It has been in my family for countless generations, and as I said, it is extremely valuable. There are many collectors who would stop at nothing to own it. Whoever stole the statuette would undoubtedly have gone to the black market and offered it to the highest bidder.
I think I saw that statuette you're talking about. Someone was selling it on the Home Shopping Network. Boy, I had no idea it was so expensive.
You make jokes, but you cannot possibly know how rare and valuable the statuette is. And now that you have all the necessary information, we'll end this charming visit. Don't bother contacting me until you have the statuette in your possession. And if you are successful in your search, it could change my opinion of you considerably. My valet will give you a retainer of $1,000 on your way out. Goodbye, Mr. Murphy.
I didn't tell the Countess, but I would have done damn near anything for $30,000. Now I've got to find a link to the black market. How hard can it be?
Yep, and this is where the rest of the story comes in for Tex. So we'll go back to his office and find out who we can find on the black market. I think the first place we'll go will probably be Rook. So let's go down to Rook and see what we can do.
Judas Murphy, can't you find something else to do besides bothering me?
Oh, nice. That's cool, Shiloh.
I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that.
So Rook doesn't know anything. So Rick doesn't know anything, so let's see what Mac might have. And by the way, Shiloh, some of these background actors I figured were probably Access Software employees.
Hey, Murphy, guess what? We got the guy who robbed those pawn shops. Turned himself in. Can you believe it? Kabow! And something about a clown coming back from the dead to haunt him.
Actually, I know all about it. Because I'm the one who put the fear of Rusty in him.
Sure you did, Murphy. What can I do for you?
Good, Mac is on our good side.
Meek's a real valuable contact on the street, but he doesn't come cheap. Sorry, Murphy. Can't help you with that. Geez, Tex, you think I know about everything?
Okay, so he knows nothing. So let's go to Chandler Avenue. Shiloh, I can tell you that the guy who plays Rook in the series of games here, he is one of the graphic designers from Access Software. Let's go talk to Chelsea.
Hey, I heard you took care of Rook. Pretty impressive.
It was nothing. Just another day at the office.
You know, Tex, it must take quite an effort to be lonely, broke, and still so smug.
Admit it, doll. You love me just the way I am.
Oh, you're right, Tex. You're almost irresistible.
Gee, thanks.
So, is there something you came to ask me about? Oh, yeah, I know Beach. If you want to talk to him, you might try hanging out around Coit Tower. He's only been here a few weeks, and I don't know much about him. Sorry, I haven't heard anything about that. Apparently, it's a real hot item. The top commodities dealer in the city is named Franco Franco. He probably either has the statuette or knows who has it. I don't know how you're going to find him, but if you do, be careful.
So we got some information. Let's see if Rook's got anything.
What else can I help you with, Murphy?
So everybody's on our good side now, which is good.
Big-time crook. Deals with a lot of smuggled artifacts and the like. He's pretty well connected with the mob and black market here in San Francisco.
Travel. Let's see if anything shown up on our map. And no, nothing has. Let's go talk to Louie.
What can I get you? Sorry, Mike. Can't help you there. Ham just opened the electronics place a while ago. He's come by for lunch a couple of times. Usually orders the brains and eggs platter. Sorry, Mike. Can't help you there. Sorry, Mike. Can't help you there. Sorry, Mike. Can't help
So
you
Louie
there.
doesn't know anything. So let's end. Let's go to the hint system and see what we can find out. Oh yeah, duh. Let's go back to the police station and talk to Mac.
Back again, eh, Murphy? What can I help you with? He's a big-time crook. Deals with stolen and illegally imported merchandise, especially jade. Sorry, Murphy.
So let's talk to Rook.
What now, Murphy? You know, I subscribe to a trade paper called Jewelry Weekly. In the last issue, it seems to me I saw an advertisement by someone named Franco, who was looking to buy jade. There wasn't anything of interest in the trade paper, so I threw it out. It's probably still in the trash can out back. Big-time crook. Deals with a lot of smuggled artifacts and the like. He's pretty well connected with the mob and black market here in San Francisco.
Oops, not that one. It's neither of those two. Not that one. I think it's this one. Nope. Nope. It's in this one. Yep, there we go.
This must be the trade paper Rook mentioned.
Wanted. Private collector interested in acquiring pieces of jade will pay top dollar or trade. Contact Franco at the theater. So that's where we're going.
Being a movie buff, I've heard of the Alhambra Theater, though I heard it was closed down years ago. Sure enough, it's boarded up, but one of the back doors is unlocked. As soon as I step inside, two lugs the size of refrigerators grab me. I tell them that I have something for Mr. Franco, and one of them walks off. He comes back a minute later and escorts me into the main theater. A Buster Keaton flick is playing. The place is empty except for a man sitting by himself near the front of the theater.
Welcome, Mr. Murphy.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Franco. Tell me, do you do most of your business in dark theaters?
How and where I do my business is not your concern, Mr. Private Eye. As I'm sure you know, I'm strictly a legitimate businessman.
Yeah, and I'm Miss America.
You must have done awfully well in the talent competition.
Well, that's very funny. Let me catch my breath and we'll do some business.
Do you have the item? Ah, a lovely specimen. It will make a fine addition to my collection. Now, I will answer one question to the best of my knowledge.
There's a statuette in the shape of a bird that recently came onto the market. You know who has it?
I know the statuette you're referring to. There were several bidders for it, but I believe it ended up in the hands of Eddie Ching. I can say no more about it. There. Now I fulfill my part of the bargain. Don't contact me again. Unless, of course, you find another fine piece of jade. You know the way out.
Let's go back to Tex's office.
You have a fax. You have a fax.
Oh, we have another fax. Tex Murphy from Franco. Dear Mr. Murphy, considering our recent discussion, I have some information for you. Information you may find helpful. While it won't profit me to tell you this, I would not be entirely unhappy to see Eddie Ching come out on the short end for once. Like most everyone else in this city, I know very little about Ching, but I've been told that he lives in a luxurious, high-security apartment building called the Knickerbocker. A number of powerful underworld figures live there. I don't know which apartment Ching lives in, but if you have connections with the police, they may be able to help you. So guess what? We're going to see Mac. So what do you think of the game so far, Shiloh? You like the noir sense of it?
What now, Seamus? He's a big-time crook. Deals with stolen and illegally imported merchandise, especially jade. Ching's a dangerous customer. He's responsible for half the crime in the city. Pretty sure he owns a police commissioner. We've been told to lay off him. That place is home to more major crime figures than any other place on the planet. Eddie Ching lives there on the entire top floor.
Not Rook. And Rusty's. So let's go back to Rusty's and take a look, because I think there's something else we're missing from there. And I think it's a dart of some kind. Yes, I do know about that. That's one of the reasons why I like the game. And she was in the trailer I showed when first started the stream. Is there anything else in that box? No. Okay, let's see.
These weapons are all made of plastic. All bark and no bite. They're completely useless.
Oh.
The sink must have been used for developing photos. Not much use for it now since all the developing equipment's gone. The sink must have been used for developing photos.
Oh, wait.
A plastic suction dart can be
There we
formidable
go.
ammo in the hands of an expert like myself.
That's what I needed. See if the electronic shop has anything.
This is the brand new electronic shop outlet. That pudgy computer dweeb really has a battered head.
Back again, huh? What can I do for you?
I'm doing some PI work, and I think you could give me some information.
I've got nothing to say. I keep my nose clean, and I work in a confidential business. I'm sure you can understand.
Yeah? I'm in the confidential business too. Say, why don't we swap trade secrets?
Apparently, you have some trouble hearing. Don't bother stopping by again.
Cancel. Nice. So we're gonna save this. So I saved the game. And we will travel to the Knickerbocker and see what happens. I do know we'll have to come back to the electronics store for some stuff, as well as to talk to Ham too.
Looks like no one's home. This is gonna be easier than falling off a horse. This window doesn't want to open up. Maybe if I...
And that's why. And there's the bumbling PI right there.
When I stopped bouncing off the awning 2 floors below Ching's place, I realized it'll take more than sheer strength to get into the apartment. Luckily, I noticed something that might help as I bounced by. A sticker on Ching's window said, "Security system installed by Underwood Incorporated."
So there's some of the info we needed. Let's go to the electronic shop. Again, and this is where we gotta pick certain dialogue options for Ham to trust us.
That pudgy computer dweeb really has a battered head. That pudgy computer dweeb really has... Ham doesn't want to talk, but I need some details on the security system at the Knickerbocker. I tell him that Enrique, my pet goldfish, died this morning and I'm talking crazy. He tells me not to worry about it, then tries a sales pitch on me again. I'm doing doing some PI work, and I think you could give me some information.
And that's not what
I've
we're
got
looking for.
Nothing to say. I keep my nose clean, and I work in a confidential business. I'm sure you can understand.
Yeah? I'm in the confidential business, too. Say, why don't we swap trade secrets?
Apparently, you have some trouble hearing. Don't bother stopping by again.
Ham still won't talk. So I tell him I have a mental disorder that makes me ask too many questions and that I forgot to take my medication. He seems skeptical, so I'll have to talk fast. I understand you installed the security system at the Knickerbocker building.
Yeah, I did, but my contract included a clause that I wouldn't talk about the job.
Well, what if I said I was in the security business myself?
No kidding. Where have you installed security systems?
Well, just the High Fidelity Bank and Trust Company.
Mister, you are a liar. I don't know what you're looking for, but you won't find it here.
I apologize to Ham for prying into his business and tell him that I understand you installed the security.
Yeah, I did, but my contract included a clause that I wouldn't talk about the job.
Well, what if...
No kidding. Where have you installed security systems?
The mayor's private squash court.
Mister, you are a liar. I don't know what you're looking for, but you won't find it here.
And this is why I haven't made this game as interactive as the other one, since it takes a while.
He senses a kindred spirit. I understand you installed the security.
Yeah, I did, but my contract included a clause.
Well, what if I said I was...
No kidding.
The University of San Francisco's Mutant Lounge.
Mister, you...
Okay, so, guess what? We gotta find out some information to get to Ham. And this is the only option we have. Fraternize. Okay.
I apologize to Ham for... I understand that you and I are in the same line of moonlighting work.
Really? You do security systems too?
Well, not really. I'm actually a PI.
No, that's not gonna get us anywhere.
I've got nothing to say.
Yeah? I'm in the...
Yep. Yeah, see, he wouldn't let me,
I
so...
apologize to Ham for... I understand that you and I are in the same line of...
Really? You do security systems too?
Oh, you bet. I've installed hundreds of them.
No kidding. Where have you installed security systems?
Ah, that's not gonna work.
Private squash court.
Mister, you...
I apologize. I understand that you and I are in...
Really? You do
Well, sometimes. Here, let me see if I can find one of my business cards.
Don't worry.
There we go.
I always misplace my business cards too. What types of security systems have you worked with?
Well, a few years ago, I handled the motion sensor alarm at the Law and Order party.
I've heard that's a neat system. But it's nothing compared to the one I just put in.
There we go.
Well, Sorry, but I'm not easily impressed. Just ask my ex-wife.
Well, this security system would impress you. I'd tell you about it, but it's top secret stuff. Maybe in a couple of years.
Ah, dang it. Well, we got the right line at least.
I apologize to Ham for prying. I understand that you and I are...
Really? You just...
Well, sometimes.
Don't worry about it.
Let's see. The last job I had was the laser security system at Big Dick's Casino on Mars.
I've heard that's a neat system. But it's nothing compared to the one I just put in.
I'll have you know that I've beaten every security system ever made.
There we go.
Well, after I installed this system, I tried to beat it, but I couldn't. First, the only possible way to enter the building would be to land on the roof and rappel down. Then, you'd have to cut through the LCD alarm glass. Well, that's not too hard.
Bingo.
In fact, I sell a laser blade here that would do it. But once you're inside, every room is flooded with a net of heat and motion sensing beams that could turn an elephant into a brick of carbon. Believe me, it's burglar proof. Listen, this system is top secret, so let's just keep this between us.
Bingo.
The Laser Blade 2000. Worthless except on glass. Hopefully Ham knows what he's talking about. I can't get that while the force field is up.
Okay, I think we're gonna end part 1 here since it's been 3 hours. So we will pick this up.
Laser Blade 2000.
Come on.
Worthless.
So we'll pick this up. We will travel to Tex's office and save the game. And we will go from there. Part 2 will be the Knickerbocker. And see what we can do from there. So we'll go ahead and save it. We'll do an incremental save. And we'll call it a night. You have any questions, Shiloh? More than likely, this will probably be scheduled for next Thursday night at the same time. Please let me know and we'll go from there. Thank you, Shiloh. So we'll pick this up. We'll pick this up as part 2. Hopefully I'll get the schedule for next Thursday unless something else happens. I'm sorry to keep you in stitches until the next stream. But if you have any questions until then, let me know. And you guys have a good night. Please like the stream, as well as subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.